Today we're going to talk about English past tense pronunciation. And notice this is a painting by the Impressionist George Seurat called The Gardener. Regular verbs in the simple past tense end in the letters ed. However, there are three different ways that these letters sound. Notice the difference between letters, ed, and sound. Sometimes the ed sound like the d in good. And we don't add another syllable to the base verb. For example, arrive becomes arrived. That's how it's spelled. This is how it sounds, as if we have arrived. Long I, no extra syllable. Fail becomes failed. That's how it's spelled. This is how it sounds. Long A, failed. One syllable. Agree becomes agreed. And this is how it's spelled. This is how it sounds. Agreed. Almost a U sound and the long E. Again, we did not add another syllable. Grab becomes grabbed. Now notice grab is one syllable and it looks like this. Grabbed with a short A sound. Learn becomes learned, and here's how it's spelled. It almost sounds like it has a U. Learned, one syllable. Let's say them all together. Arrive, arrived. Fail, failed. Agree, agreed. Grab, grabbed. Learn, learned. Again, all we did is add the D sound to the base verb. Sometimes the letters ed sound like the T sound in cat. And again, we do not add another syllable to the base verb. For example, help becomes helped. Here's how it's spelled. Here's how it sounds. Helped. Stuff becomes stuffed. There's the spelling. Here's the sound. Stuffed. Box becomes boxed. Here's how it sounds. Here's how it's spelled. Boxed. Fish becomes fished. Compare the spelling to the sound. Fished. Watch becomes watched. Spelling, sound, watched. One more time. Let's say them all together. Base verb and then the past tense. Help, helped. Stuff, stuffed. Box, boxed. Fish, fished. Watch, watched. All we did was add the T sound to the base verb. Sometimes the letters ed sound like id, as in did. Here we do add another syllable to the base verb. So if the base verb is one syllable, the past tense verb will be two syllables. Want becomes wanted. There's the spelling, but it sounds like wanted with a short I sound. Decide becomes decided. 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 Start becomes started. There's the spelling. It sounds like started. Add becomes added. Grade becomes graded. Now here are the rules. If the base verb ends in a D or a T sound, D or T, the past tense verb is going to end with the id sound, and this adds a syllable. For example, exit, exited. Taste, tasted. Object, objected. Project, projected. Exist, existed. Braid, braided. Let's say all of them again. Exit, exited. Taste, tasted. Object, objected. Exist, existed. Braid, braided. If the base verb ends in the following sounds, and here they are, ch, f, k, p, s, sh, x, then the past tense verb will end with the t sound. And again, we're paying attention to sounds, not spelling. March becomes marched because it ends in the ch sound, so we have marched. Stuff ends in the f sound, it becomes stuffed. Look ends in the k sound, so it becomes looked. Stop ends in the p sound, so it becomes stopped. Pass ends in s, so it becomes passed. Let's say them all together. And again, all we're doing is adding the t sound to the base verb. March, marched. Stuff, stuffed. Look, looked. Stop, stopped. Pass, passed. Let's continue. Hush ends in sh, hushed. Fix ends in x, becomes fixed. Coach, coached. Laugh ends in f. Notice the spelling does not look like F. Nevertheless, the pronunciation, the sound of the last consonant is f. So it becomes laughed. Cook becomes cooked. Let's repeat them. Hush, hushed. Fix, fixed. Coach, coached. Laugh, laughed. Cook, cooked. Again, all we did is add the t sound to the base verb. Let's do some more. Help, helped. Kiss, kissed. Push, pushed. Whisk, ends in the x sound, even though it isn't spelled with an X. Whisk, whisked. Watch, watched. Let's repeat them again. Help, helped. Kiss, kissed. Push, pushed. Whisk, whisked. Watch, watched. Now, all other past tense verbs will end with the d sound. So the vast majority of vowel and consonant sounds are going to end with d. Ski becomes skied. Snow becomes snowed. Try, tried. Stay, stayed. Pursue, pursued. Let's repeat them. Ski, skied. Snow, snowed. Try, tried. Stay, stayed. Pursue, pursued. Here's some more. Save, saved. Please, pleased. Ooze, oozed. Message, messaged. Rage, raged. Resume, resumed. Sign, signed. Bang, banged. Peel, peeled. Breathe, breathed. Now let's do them again. Resume, resumed. Sign, signed. Bang, banged. Peel, peeled. Breathe, breathed. And all we've done is add the d sound to the base verb. Honor becomes honored. Free, freed. Lie, lied. Hoe, hoed. Sue, sued. Again, we just added d to the base verb. And you can find out more with this link. Thank you for listening.